Wrestling! We've got an action-packed hour for you tonight on WOW. It's tonight's main event. From Down Under, Team Exile, comprised of Genesis, Exodus, accompanied by Malaya Hisaka, versus the mighty sisters from the South Pacific, the Tonga Twins.
Heavy Metal Sisters. I would say y'all names, but there's so many of y'all I can't keep track of all that. But I see the little headbanging moves y'all be doing. But me and Chantilly, we do something a little different. You know, we got a little more groove and rhythm to us. So maybe when we get in the ring, we can show y'all a few things. But I'll see you out there. Get ready, because you don't know what's coming for you.
Making their way to the ring from the mean streets of LA, Fury, Razor, and Mesmeriah, the Heavy Metal Sisters!
Fans, thank you for joining us for another episode of WOW Women of Wrestling. It's the hour of power, and we're kicking things off in a headbanging manner with the Heavy Metal Sisters. Razor, the ringleader, followed by Fury and the wild card, Mesmeriah. They are kicking things off with a rock concert, a little heavy metal, a little motley crew. Can you think of a better way to start it off here?
No, Fury just blew a kiss at me, you guys.
Uh-oh. Talking about Steven a little earlier, how pretty he is in his makeup, but they like you, AJ.
I like them very much.
I think we're going to win the award for most beautiful announced team. Am I included, or is it just you and AJ? Of course, you're always
You're taking us up a notch,
That's
David.
right. You're stepping our game up. All right.
It's all about that curve, you know?
That's right.
And their opponents from Indio, California, and the DMV, Chantilly Chella and Foxxy Fierce.
We are in for a good time with Chantilly Chella and Foxxy Fierce. Their future's so bright I gotta wear shades. But also those jackets are so bright. They certainly are. I haven't been thrown the jacket in a while. We will see what happens tonight.
Don't take it personally. They've been really focused on the game.
That's exactly true, and that's why they're on a good winning streak. Foxxy Fierce and Chantilly Chella.
Foxxy Fierce couldn't ask for better veteran leadership than Chantilly Chella. She's really pointed her in the right direction. Let's get it on. We got Foxxy Fierce starting things off with Fury.
Now, Heavy Metal's been coming off a loss against Exile. Let's see if tonight they can pull it all together, fans. There's been trouble in Paradise recently, and we'll see if this discord of this family is going to destruct the sisterhood, or is blood thicker than water, at least with regards to the Heavy Metal Sisters.
It's a good point.
I mean, that right there, that was just proof of why I love Fury. She appealed to Foxy's sensibilities and then quickly betrayed her.
I think
clever.
I think I've seen you use moves like that before, AJ.
Betraying people? It's entirely possible.
Very possible. Chantilly Chella tags into Foxxy Fierce. They're keeping Fury away from her partner, Razor. You know, with the recent miscommunications and the disconnect between Razor and Fury and Mesmeriah, you gotta wonder, they've been together so long, they're one of the most experienced teams here in WOW. Is it the fact that they've been together perhaps too long?
I mean, that could be it. Sometimes if you're not getting to the level that you want to be, the tag team champion, you're gonna start blaming each other. There's gonna be dissension in the ranks. Are you guys stalling each other out? Are you bringing each other down? That's not to say that's true, but that's what happens naturally when you're a team for so long.
It breeds contempt, that's absolutely sure there. Fury spinning Chantilly Chella. Chantilly back to her feet. Beautiful arm drag, almost a power slam-like maneuver there.
Here comes Razor. Chantilly backing her right into the ropes, and Razor grabs him. Chantilly quickly up, though, and now being tossed.
Trading arm drags here. Razor, drop toe hold, there we go. Actually, that was a single leg takedown. I got tripped up there myself. Single leg takedown by Chantilly Chella. She's got the toe hold locked in, a little bit of a leg lock there. Razor's got to fight out of it. The last thing the Heavy Metal Sisters want right now is another loss, and Fury knows it, and that's why she was swinging the momentum back in favor of Razor. Chantilly's back in. Foxxy Fierce fighting fire with fire, and Fury comes back in, swinging the pendulum back in favor of the Heavy Metal Sisters.
See, this is teamwork. They're on the same page.
Chantilly Chella single leg
Feel each
Boston
other,
crab.
girls. I just want to see them make it, you know? Sometimes families fight.
That's true.
That's true, and like I said, they've been together so long, it's almost like they are family. Foxxy Fierce, Chantilly Chella. They've got the Heavy Metal Sisters in the corner while Mesmeriah distracting the referee. Referee Ben Scheinberg need to maintain control here. We've got stereo flips happening right in front of us. Fury ducks to the outside. Razor alone in the ring with Foxxy and Chantilly. Double elbow drop. Razor's in a bad way right now. Chantilly goes for the cover. Kick out by Razor. Fury getting back to the outside for her team. Chantilly going to the outside herself, but she's going to that high-risk area, the top rope. And there, Mesmeriah had an opportunity to distract her, and Razor flipped her over.
Did you see that? Mesmeriah getting her nose into the action.
Mesmeriah, she's the wild card, but she might be the glue holding them together right now.
Could be.
Razor, she's got Chantilly up. Russian leg face buster.
They are working better tonight, AJ. You're right.
You know, sometimes you just need to have that breakdown.
One kick out by Chantilly Chella.
You gotta take the house down to the studs to rebuild.
Have you remodeled the house?
No, I just buy new.
Fury goes for the cover. Kick out by Chantilly.
But I watch a lot of HGTV.
I was gonna say,
I've heard.
do you have the designer touch? Like people have the green thumb, do you have the designer touch?
No, but I use the green for designers to put their touch on it.
I love that. That was slick, AJ.
Always, David. That is slick right there, what Fury's doing.
Fury just whipping Chantilly back into the ring. Kick out by Chantilly Chella.
Took advantage of the ref just not having his eyes on the prize there.
Chantilly's one of the smaller competitors here in WoW, but a lot of drive, a lot of determination and grit, as you say, AJ. Oh, she was going for a head scissor takedown. Oh!
Beautiful reversal by Fury into that backbreaker.
Kick out by Chantilly.
Only a 1 count there. You saw Ben note that quickly.
And sometimes that's what happens when you are a smaller competitor. You've got to fly around. You've got to be that spider monkey onto your opponents. And sometimes you pay the price and you get shut down when you have a stronger opponent.
Razor just ran into Fury. Chantilly going for the schoolboy. 1, 2. Kick out by Razor. Chantilly trying to get to her partner. Razor trying to get to Fury. Tag is made.
Here comes Foxxy Fierce, fans. She's coming in right now.
Fury went for a strike. Foxxy had it well scouted. Beautiful Kawada kick on the outside.
Going high. Here goes Foxxy Fierce.
Flying crossbody. 1. Kick out. That was 2 3/4 if I've ever seen it.
Ooh, nice chop there by Fury. Here comes Razor in, and now Foxxy smartly brings in a fresh Chantilly Chella.
Bicycle kick takes Razor down, knocking Fury off the ring apron. Chantilly, Foxxy Fierce, beautiful strikes, beautiful kicks. What they got in mind here? Double DDT.
Razor is down. That looked like lights out for a second there. And it
That's all she wrote.
Here are your winners, Chantilly Chella and Foxxy Fierce.
What a
Introducing first from Columbia, South Carolina, and the Board of Education, G.I. Jane and the Disciplinarian, managed by Samantha Smart.
Samantha Smart bringing G.I. Jane and the Disciplinarian to the ring, and look at that. They've got Ice Cold in tow with them, David.
You're right. There's Samantha Smart leading them.
Speaking of ice cold, that look that Samantha Smart is giving you, and I think giving me by proxy, just sent a shiver up my spine.
Samantha Smart just barking at this crowd here. You know, David, it's a wonder the attendance is as well as it is with Samantha Smart barking at everybody at ringside.
Yes, you got a point.
Well, not too long ago, she almost got hit with that ruler by Jesse Jones, so maybe they're here just hoping that happens, that today has come.
Well, she's replacing. And look, AJ, don't you see an extra bunch of, I call it bling, but who knows what they are?
It's a fancy ruler.
A little extra, though, in case she hits someone tonight.
And their opponents from San Francisco, California, and the Sunshine State of Florida, Coach Campanelli and Randi Rah Rah.
This team has surprised everybody. They were able to get a match with the Tonga Twins, who were defeated by Sweet Heat, by some saying interference, and some claiming the championship should even be in the hands of the Tonga Twins. But Randi Rah Rah and Coach pulled it out, as AJ would say. They got the victory. So all's fair in love and war. And they're on a big winning streak here. I'd hate to say it, but if they can win tonight and keep going, I mean, they might be deserving of wrestling the Carlson Twins for the championship. And I've got to make that match. I thought I was going to make an automatic rematch, but Lana Starr's been ducking me. She doesn't want to put the tag championships on the line.
David, I think we're going to have to see that before too long.
Definitely, the Carlsons have to defend those titles.
Referee Jeff McGowan signaling for the bell, and it's going to be Randi Rah Rah starting things off here with G.I. Jane. Now, David, you said something earlier. You said that these two keep surprising us. Well, after a while, it's not a surprise. After a while, these two, you got to expect them to win. They have been absolutely impressive in the tag team division. Coach Campanelli taking Randi Rah Rah by her side, and these two have absolutely become one of the most impressive teams that WOW has seen recently. They are absolutely deserving of a contest with the Carlson Twins, Miami Sweet Heat, for those WOW Tag Team Championships.
They've got a lot of momentum. I have to say, I'm even surprised because a few times you can kind of feel that Randi is maybe not so excited to have the coaching of the coach in her corner.
Really?
I feel like sometimes it's grating at her. I know that those pearly whites and that shiny bow, they're lies. There's an angry woman underneath them.
Well, were you able to speak to her, one, about the bow, but two, about Coach Campanelli? Because I haven't been able to get a word in with Randi Rah Rah.
I have not. The coach keeps her locked up tightly in their dressing room. But one of these days, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to find out the brand of her hairspray.
And the bow.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, G.I. Jane throwing Coach Campanelli into the ropes. Coach trying for a shoulder tackle, but G.I. Jane's not going down easily. Coach trying everything. There it is. Low drop kick takes G.I. Jane down to one leg.
They couldn't take her down through the shoulder, so they went right for the legs, chopping that tree down.
She's a powerhouse, proving it there with that powerful kick out. Randi Rah Rah going into the headlock. G.I. Jane, she can fight out of it, but Randi Rah Rah's got a lot of determination there. See that? Not letting go.
Ooh, the power driving the head of Randi Rah Rah into the top turnbuckle. Here comes the Disciplinarian.
Disciplinarian has Randi Rah Rah taking her to the center of the ring, hoisting her up, went for a body slam, but it was not to be. Randi Rah Rah ducking it, goes up. What are we thinking here? Head scissor takedown. Disciplinarian sent flying. Bulldog.
And the splits when she did it.
That low center of gravity inflicting more punishment. Randi Rah Rah, leg drop. Going for the cover. Kick out by the Disciplinarian. I don't even think she got a 1 count on that one. Randi Rah Rah back into the headlock. Disciplinarian, she's got the size and strength advantage. Will she use it to power out? And she does. Randi going for the wheelbarrow again, but Disciplinarian not letting it happen.
Ooh.
Went to the well too many times.
I agree with you, AJ.
Finally dried up.
But I always agree with you, because you're always right.
You know, I really feel like we're coming along as a team here.
I know it. Team AJ.
The team, the point is just relent, you know? Just, I'll drive this train.
That is the scariest thought I've ever had. AJ in charge of a train.
Well, I haven't been in the car with her, so I don't know if she can drive.
Yeah, I barely have my license, you guys.
Quickly go off the rails.
You're right about a train. I'd be worried.
I'd be, yeah, absolutely. Disciplinarian, she's got Randi Rah Rah here. What's she thinking? Gets her up.
Ooh.
Delayed, nail in the coffin, front face suplex. 1, 2, kick out.
That was a nice cover by the Disciplinarian. She tried to get all of her weight on top of Randi Rah Rah, and she's so small. The fact that Randi could kick out of that, even though she was just squished beneath her, is really impressive, especially after taking that face bump.
Randi Rah Rah, she's all cheer and all excitement, but she is an absolute fighter. She has, like I said earlier, the grit that you talk about, AJ, that determination, that drive to be a champion. One day, I think she just might get there.
Well, cheerleaders are tough. They're some of the toughest, most impressive athletes out there, so you know that she can hang.
Absolutely. The cheer competition world is one of the strictest and most rigorous that you'll ever find. Second only to the drill sergeant world there with G.I. Jane.
I was gonna say, both these ladies are probably great at shouting, projecting. They should be friends.
And G.I. Jane, as you saw in those earlier clips, going through all that mud, Steven. Could you do that? Crawl through the mud with the little wires on the back?
Absolutely not. I avoid mud at all costs. And we got a lot of it back in Indiana.
Yes. Well, that's why we respect the military. Even if you don't like G.I. Jane for teaming with Disciplinarian, you got to respect her all the way.
Randi makes the tag to the coach. Coach coming in. Drop kick to the knee.
Took them both out. Clothesline.
Beautiful clothesline. Coach is up and she's fired up. Coach has her sights set on Disciplinarian. Elbow smash into the corner. Disciplinarian out of breath there. Russian leg sweep. Coach has her down, goes into the cover. 2, kick out. Coach Campanelli, look at the aggression. Taking it to the Disciplinarian. Normally Disciplinarian's the aggressor, but she might have met her match here with Coach. Disciplinarian back on the offense, taking Coach into her corner, tagging in G.I. Jane. These two making fresh tags, keeping the fresh competitor in there. Oh no, Coach throwing G.I. Jane face first into the purple mat.
She caught that boot perfectly and twisted it and took her down.
Coach now talking some trash. She's bringing up G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane with the knees to the midsection.
G.I. Jane just called ice cold.
Oh,
I guess that's why.
1, 2, 3.
I wondered what Ice Cold was doing, but Ice Cold, it backfired.
Here are your winners, Coach Campanelli and Randi Rah Rah. Introducing first, from Guadalajara, Mexico, managed by the greatest attorney in the world, Sofia Lopez,
Tormenta and Sofia Lopez making their way to the ring. It's a little disappointing that Sofia Lopez has even brainwashed Lauren into thinking she's the greatest attorney in the world. I always like to add that little preface there that she's the self-proclaimed world's greatest attorney.
I never thought of that. I never thought of that. You know, she worked for President Fox, the former president of Mexico, for some time.
President Vicente Fox.
And her opponent from Los Angeles, California, Vivian Rivera.
Vivian Rivera has been making great strides, and wow, in fact, this is a rematch between these two great competitors who both share the love of lucha wrestling. And they've got a style that complements each other, but they are two forces that are going to be reckoned with right now to see who can get a victory. Will it again be Vivian, or could it be Tormenta? What are your thoughts, Steven?
Well, when we saw this contest weeks ago, Vivian Rivera was victorious, and it was quite impressive. I don't think we've ever seen anybody take a fight to Tormenta the way we saw Vivian Rivera. Tormenta has all these accolades from all over Mexico. You would think she would be the favorite, but she has already suffered defeat at the hands of Vivian Rivera. This one is hard to tell. I don't even think the Vegas odds makers can predict this one.
Well, you remember when Sofia Lopez was leaving after that loss, she said, we're going to have a rematch And it wasn't but 2 days later, I said, let me check on that. And here you have it, the rematch.
She's a woman of her word. Vivian Rivera against the ropes. Tormenta ducked it. These two, as we spoke before, they are former allies, former comrades. They used to sit with each other at catering and go over their work. And now look at them. Opponents in the ring. Vivian Rivera hits a beautiful head scissor takedown.
AJ, you've seen Vivian move from first time getting into the ring and being a bit shy to now being aggressive.
To having a winning streak on her, to being possibly not the underdog in this match. I would have called her the underdog a few weeks ago, but she has momentum in her favor. Maybe not right at this particular moment.
That was a good sunset flip, and then boom, Tormenta showed why she's been the champ in Mexico for so long.
It has been very inspiring to see how far she has come. She is fluid and beautiful in the ring, and she might be a contender for this title.
Vivian Rivera down in the ropes. Tormenta, double knees. Taking Vivian Rivera down, that's got to drive all the oxygen. She hit her right in the lung. The official for this match, referee Paige Prinzavali, as we've noted, the first female referee here in WOW Women of Wrestling. Quite historic.
She's doing a great job, Paige. We're very lucky to have her.
Oh, clothesline by Tormenta. Vivian Rivera tried to get up, tried to take the fight to Tormenta, but it was not to be. We talk about it a lot. Tormenta has many strengths when it comes to the ring. She's powerful, but she's also fast, she's agile, she's intelligent. There's not a lot she can't do.
And you have to credit it to that Lucha Libre training. It is all-encompassing.
Tormenta hits the suplex going into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Vivian Rivera. And as much as I hate to say it, you got to give credit to Sofia Lopez for discovering Tormenta, bringing her to the United States, bringing her to WOW Women of Wrestling so that these fans can see these wonderful matches that Tormenta is capable of producing.
You're right. Sofia Lopez, the world's greatest attorney, she got that claim.
Oh my goodness, spinning neck breaker.
In distinction by getting caged heat many, many years ago out of jail for wrongful termination.
Oh, look at that. It's not often you see Sofia Lopez beg off like that. Sending Tormenta to the outside. What's Vivian gonna do? Gets the ropes. Beautiful, beautiful tope suicida. Vivian Rivera fired up.
What a maneuver, flying through those ropes. Taking Tormenta out, finally. Tormenta, who had the advantage throughout this match, has now been taken down and is in trouble, being rolled back into the ropes.
Vivian, she's just more impressive every single time we see her.
Absolutely, steady improvement. That's the sign of a true competitor and true growth. Tormenta not allowing Vivian to hoist her up there. Vivian's in the turnbuckle, going towards Tormenta.
Tormenta says she can fly too.
Absolutely, the boots are up. Tormenta to the top rope.
Tonga Twins. Yes. We've heard about you. We know you have a deep history of wrestling in your family, and we respect that. Yeah. We know you're strong. We know, you know what you're doing in the ring.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what you don't have? You don't have the experience against wrestlers like us. And you know what you also don't have? Yeah, you're sisters by blood. We became sisters by choice and out of necessity. So we have something that you don't have, and that's the drive and the will to win this match.
Introducing first from Honolulu, Hawaii and the Australian Outback, Malaya Hosaka and Exile.
The timeless Malaya Hosaka leading Exodus and Genesis to the ring here for a tag team match against two of the most intimidating superheroes in WoW, the Tonga Twins, Kona and Chaos. I don't think Exile has ever been tested this way. The Tonga Twins are pure brute strength, but at the same time, they're also two of the fastest, most agile competitors you'll see. I don't think Genesis and Exodus are ready for what the Tonga Twins can bring to them.
And their opponents from the islands of Tonga, Chaos and Kona, the Tonga Twins!
Well, you all saw it. The weeks ago, Malaya Hasaka's win over Tiki with Exile coming in there. And who came to Tiki's rescue was none other than the Tonga Twins, Kona and Chaos. And that's what set up this match right now tonight. The defense of their friend, Tiki Chamara.
And that was such a classy move. That was such a beautiful move to come out here and have Tiki's back. Tiki is so pure of heart, and she supports every single competitor here at WoW. And it was so nice to see the Tonga Twins had her back.
And you heard Kona and Chaos talk about the pride of the Polynesian people. It's not just about helping others, it's about representing their culture and their history there. They weren't going to let somebody like Tiki, who they have so much in common with, face an onslaught of an attack by Exile. Fans, when we come back, Tonga Twins, Team Exile. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to WoW, fans. It's Tag Team's main event.
Referee Mark Harris ready to get this one underway as we start this match with Genesis and Kona. These two feeling each other out in the early going. They lock up in the center of the ring. Genesis sent reeling. Not often you see that. Kona's fired up. I don't think Genesis knows what hit her. Locking up once again. Look at that, just overpowering Genesis. Tag is made to Exodus. Exodus coming in. Waist lock. Into the headlock.
Now remember, fans, if you have trouble like I do, that's Kona in the ring right now. On the outside, her twin sister, Chaos. How do I know that? AJ's taught me to look at the laces. The green laces are Kona, and she's jamming away on Exodus, jamming her right into her turn, and here comes her twin sister, Chaos, and they both lay the boots to him.
I'm telling you, if they ever change their boots, we're in trouble over here.
They could really throw us off our game.
Don't give them any ideas.
Kick out at one by Exodus.
It'll mess me completely up.
Chaos. That's not a normal sleeper hold right there. She is literally just jostling Exodus to the mat. Exodus didn't take too kindly to that, though. Kick to the midsection. Another knee to the midsection. Trying to take the wind out of the bigger competitor here.
And it's pretty impressive for her to be able even to kind of manhandle Chaos and get her in her corner. That is the strength of Exodus.
I mean, it's a good strategy. If you can't breathe, you can't win. And we see Genesis adding to that with that rather illegal choke in the corner. Referee Mark Harris trying to regain order. Easier said than done, though, as we've got Exodus and Malaya Hasaka on the outside. Look at that guillotine on the top rope. Into the cover, kick out by Chaos.
Their dirty deeds might be the only way to really get the one up on the Tonga Twins. So,
well,
keep trying,
Can
Malaya.
you blame them? They saw it work for Miami's Sweet Heat. Kona and Chaos whipping Genesis into the ropes. They bring her up for the flapjack.
She's a pancake.
I guarantee you the Carlson twins are watching this match because this is the team that wants the rematch.
More than anybody, the Tonga Twins want those tag team titles. I'm sure they could taste that. They were within centimeters of having those belts around their waist.
I know it. You got to do it to get it. And they've now got to beat Exile tonight. Can they do it? Malaya Hasaka on the outside. I'm sure she'll have something to say about it a little later.
But what do you think, David? Do the Tonga Twins, after losing that chance, do they go to the back of the line?
Well, it Seems that way because the fabulous Lana Starr wouldn't exercise a clause to give the Carlson twins the rematch quickly. She's been stalling and stalling.
And in that time, all these other tag teams are becoming so much more impressive. So now you have so many competitors.
You're exactly right, AJ. I was just going to say that. And as the time is passing, look what's happening with Coach Campanelli and Randi Rah Rah. I think they're on an undefeated streak here.
The tag team division of WoW has never been stronger.
It hasn't.
Exodus and Genesis trying to tag team maneuver here on Chaos. Double kitchen sink thrown at Chaos.
How about the fact we've got 2 sets of twins?
Yes. And Chantilly Chella and Foxxy Fierce on a tag team role. They've been on a winning streak.
And who can forget the Heavy Metal Sisters? They might be miscommunicating right now, but they're still there and they're still in the fight.
Yes.
They're always my #1 contenders for my heart.
Well, you can hear the banging of those bangers from the fans. And we get a double bulldog right there. Exile working well together. Exodus on the outside now. Genesis on the inside. And here comes Exodus.
Genesis and Exodus double teaming. Chaos in the corner there. Chaos has to get to her sister Kona. Kona's ready for the tag. You can see her chopping at the bit over there.
Ooh, nice takedown.
Little high-low. Genesis into the cover. Kick out.
Genesis should have stayed in a little longer. Down over that bottom rope, and there it is. Malaya Hisaka having something to say.
The numbers game coming into play here as Malaya Hisaka.
Did you see she took Genesis' foot right off the top of Kona's head just to give that chop right to her throat as she came off the bottom rope?
Cheap shot.
She is a cheap shot artist.
Now, if Exile beats the former #1 contenders, do they go to the top of the bracket? I mean, there's so many options here. And if they were, let's say, to win the tag team titles, do they have Freebird rules? Do the 3 of them share the title?
Now that's interesting. I don't know that.
That could be fun.
I'm sure Malaya Hisaka would love to have the tag team titles around her waist.
And I'd invite AJ to come make a decision with us on that.
I'll think on it. I'll think on it.
All right.
Might need a tiebreaker on that one.
Oh, my.
Chops by Kona, taking down Genesis.
Kona doing a little dancing. And there's a big one right across the left jaw of Genesis.
Belly to belly. Exodus throwing off Kona before she can even make the cover.
That was smart.
There's Tiki.
Tiki's coming. Here comes Tiki.
Tiki
just
Chamorro.
pushed Malaya out of the way. She saw when Kona was going to be over to that side of the ring. She just came right in.
Tiki trying to even the odds for the Tonga
Oh,
Twins.
no,
Wait a minute.
Malaya just grabbed the feet right out under Kona.
Meanwhile, Genesis has the cover.
Tiki running over, telling Malaya to get back.
Exodus and Genesis in the ring together against Kona.
Kona into the ropes. Double knees delivered by Exile. Kona in trouble. Off the ropes. Tiki